Okay guys, so in this session I'll just let you know the difference between partial and residual payment. So if you talk about partial payment or residual payment, uh, both are the meaning of both is almost same. Whenever we receive part payment in the sense like let's suppose we have sold a goods worth of 1,000 rupees, out of which we have received 300 rupees. So this is called partial payment. Now, so while posting this 300 rupees, we can post in two different way. Okay, there is no any sort of restriction that whether you're going to follow some particular way or something. It's not like that. Whichever people feel easy and whichever they feel like more what to say convenient and all, they are going to follow. But generally these kind of payment, it's not like happen very frequently, and every customers are not having those kind of privileges and all. There are some customers, you can say elite customers and all, and that too those who purchase goods in bulk, and then heavy transactions are there. So in that case only people are going to allow this partial payments and all. If somebody has purchased of 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees, and in that if they are looking for partial payment, then that is not a very big amount for these organizations. Whatever the organizations are there in that, like their whoever the organization is using SAP, their minimum what to say revenue, and the minimum total revenue will be not less than 500 crore rupees. Okay, so here what will happen if they're having minimum revenue of 500 crores? So of course their customers also will be a kind of organization, small organizations itself. And if any organization conduct any sort of if any organization involved in any sort of sales or purchase activity, then their activities or their sales or purchase doesn't it will not have like amount of 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, or 10,000 rupees, because that is the individual amount. Individually if we involve in any sort of purchase and sales, then that is a capacity for an individual. If you talk in terms of organizations, then I think it will be more than 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 15 lakh, like that, 50 lakh, 1 crore kind of purchases and sales will be there. So in that, like if somebody has purchased something of 10, 5 crore, 1 crore, 2 crore, I'm just giving an example and all. In that case, and that if the customer is belongs to elite kind of this one, then in that case people allow this partial payment and all. Now, okay guys, partial payment and installment payment, there is a difference. There is a difference between partial payment and installment payment. Installment payment, if somebody opted installment payment, then what will happen? For installment payment, we are going to assign installment terms of payment, and based on that, whenever the customer's eligibilities are there, customer will make payment like 30% after 1 month, remaining 30% after 2 months, and remaining 40% after 3 months. But when we talk about partial payment, in that case, like some due to some mutual understandings and all, company will say that okay, you do one thing, you just make 50% or 60% payment right now, and make remaining payment after 30 days, 45 days. That is like management has decided and they have given this privilege. So if the customer is going to make payment of, let's suppose, out of 1,000, customer has made payment of 600. Now This 600 is called part payment. Part payment in the sense like some portion of the payment we have received. This we have to post in invoice in sorry this payment we are going to post in SAP in two different way. So what is the difference between partial payment and residual payment? This will be a very important question people will ask during interview. So I will explain practically. Practically. Okay, guys. Here the recording has not done for that, so that part is not recorded. I'll make one more partial payment. Now, second partial payment I am going to make of another. Let's suppose 4,000 rupees. Another 4,000 rupees I am going to. Now let's suppose after in second term the customer has paid another 4,000 rupees. You can change the date also, that's not a problem, but since here we are going to just make experiments, so it doesn't matter. We have to see what is the impact of partial payment, residual payment and all. Now here 4,000 rupees. This is your customer. Now we are going to make payment of those 4,000 rupees against, this is the original invoice, the document number 4041. So remaining, just double click on remaining others and then click on partial payment and make it 4,000. So this 4,000 we are going to post as a partial payment once again, or else click on simulate. Now post it. Now here what will happen? See the difference. So here these three items initially we are having and all three are open item. So click on list. Okay, so here I have posted two partial payment, and those partial payment we have posted for this 15,000 against this 15,000. So click on list and make it refresh. Now see here, earlier a different balance was there, now balance got reduced. So what is the difference here? Generally this 15,000, whatever the original invoice amount is there, that is already there here, and remaining whatever two installment, two payment we have received partially, those amounts are also showing here in negative balances there, but this is also showing as a open item itself. So when it will be cleared, once we receive the full payment, then only it is going to be cleared. Okay, once we receive the full payment, then only it is going to be cleared. If something you maintain here in text field or something, so text field will be copied here also, so that people will come to know that okay, this is the partial this 5,000 and 4,000 is the partial payment of this document. Anyhow, so here 15,000 is still open, and the 5,000 4,000 amount which I have posted, that is also open. Now so total 9,000 we have received, and how much is still remain? 6,000 we have to still remain, still we have to receive. So now I'll just post remaining 6,000 payment and we'll make it clear. Press enter. Now, so these two line items are not relevant. Now, which one is relevant? 15,000. And of course, these two partial payment also belong to the same. So that's what these three are selected in selected mode. And see here, 6,000 and 6,000. Why it is showing 6,000? Because this 15,000 is there in plus symbol, means this much amount we have to receive, out of which see 5,000 and 4,000, 9,000. Now 9,000 we have already received, and now the last, what to say, partial payment, which is 6,000 rupees, which we have received. So if you click on simulate here, now see all line items will be cleared. Post this. Once we post, then now system is going to clear 1, 2, 3. That first one. These all threes are going to be cleared. Click on refresh. See those three cleared. Now, so what is this partial payment? Partial payment means the payment here also payment is received in a different part. But what is the thing? Speciality, whatever payment we have posted, whatever payment is we have posted, that will be also, those payments are also showing here in the, what to say, queue as a open item itself. Those payment, whatever payment we have received from customer, those payments are also, what to say, shown by a system here as a open item itself. Now see the residual item. What is the benefit? What is the difference between partial and residual? So now I am going to make payment of this 20,000 rupees. Out of these 20,000 rupees, I am going to make payment of 8,000 rupees. In the sense, we are going to receive payment 8,000 rupees from customer. Click on open item, and this 8,000 related to this 20,000. So whatever this 11,000 is there, that I have deselected. Double click on this amount, so that is deselected, and then click on residual item. Click on residual item, and here whatever the remaining amount is there, that we are going to type. In partial payment, what we have done, in partial payment, whatever the payment we are going to make, that payment we have mentioned. And here in residual payment, whatever the remaining amount is there, that we are going to, how much is remain, that we are going to mention here. It means 8,000 payment we are going to receive. Simulate and save it. Now if you see the difference, right now here 20,000, 11,000 is there. Just refresh it. Now see, 11,000 is still there, but instead of 20,000, a new line item generated. It's a different document number here. A new line item generated, and system has shown only 12,000 remaining as an open item. So the major difference between partial payment and residual payment is, in partial payment, whatever the partial payments we are receiving against certain invoice, all those partial payments will be visible or will be shown by system as an open item until we receive the final payment. Once we receive the final payment, then at a time all the line item we are going to clear. But in residual item, if any of the open item or any of the line item we are going to post as a residual item, in the sense if we receive certain amount and we post it as a residual item, then whatever the previous line item earlier here, instead of 12,000 it was 20,000 rupees. So whatever the old line item will be there, that will be cleared, and system is going to generate a new line item. See, this is the new document number. System has generated a new line item with the newly whatever the remaining balance is there with that amount. Whereas in partial payment, what is done? In partial payment, the old line item was still there until we receive the final amount, then only it has been cleared. So in partial payment, old line item was also there, and then whatever the payment we have received, those payment also has been shown by system as an open item. But in this residual payment, what is happening? The old line item has been cleared by system, and system has generated a new open item, a new open item. So this is the major difference between partial payment and residual payment. Partial payment means old line item will be remain, and apart from this, whatever the new payment we have received, those also will be posted by system, but those newly what to say posted transactions also will be shown as a open item itself. Whereas in residual item, what is happening? Old line item is cleared, or whatever the old line items are there, that is cleared, and system has generated a new line item with the remaining balance. So that's all the difference between partial payment and residual payment. This much is only there. If you're able to explain in this way, I think it's more than enough, to convince anybody. So that's all in partial and residual payment, guys.